Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I want to go back to my retirement at 62 and what I did a year before I retired, kind of like a plan. I actually opened up a small eBay store, very small, a few items, just to get some followers and some clientele, and figured that would also help me when I was retired for a little extra income. And I started, if you noticed on my channel, it's called Close Up Coin Magic. That's because I do coin magic and I also make coins for magicians. And I use a metal lathe to do it, and I do all types of different types of gaff coins. If you know what gaff, if you're a magician, you'll know what I mean. So anyway, I started making a bunch of those. I had a lot of stock on hand way ahead of time. So this way here, when my store had a following, and of course one person tells another, and then I started to get, and I get good reviews, everything worked out well. I had a stock of stuff, and I was able to start adding more to my store as I got closer to retirement, because I knew I'd be busy afterwards. And that worked out for me. I did well. So if you can come up with any ideas a year before your retirement, that's always a good thing. That way you know you're going to still keep busy. You don't want to, work 8 hours a day, but it'll keep you busy. It'll keep a little bit of cash flow coming in, especially like I said at 62. You don't get what you would get later on in life, but if you wait later on in life, you really miss out on a lot that you can't go back to. Once the time is gone, it's gone. So that's an idea. If you want to pick up something, whether you do woodworking, you do stuff on lathes, you do planting, you do gardening, whatever it is, you can also do that for people on a part-time basis or whenever you want to. It doesn't have to be, a strict schedule. You can just do things at your own leisure, and that's the good thing about retirement. You can do it at your leisure. You don't have to worry about being on a clock and being somewhere in time. That's where the stress comes from. You want to alleviate all that stress. You do not want to deal with that. So that's an idea. Also, a year before, when I was doing this eBay stuff, I was also learning to just relax. I was doing a little bit of meditation that helped me to relax. So when I did retire, I didn't go into a shock thinking that I had to continue moving like I was. So I slowly relaxed through the year. I got used to it. I'm a very calm guy, so it was kind of easy for me, but if you're a real high-strung person, you might want to just do that. Do some meditation through that time before you retire. That's going to help you out a lot. I also like going down to Lowe's or Home Depot, talking to some of those guys down there. Some of them are real pros. They know what they're talking about. Others are so-so, but that's fine. You talk to those pros and give them an idea of what you want to do. You want to start saving money around the house. You want to, figure out some water savers, something to save electricity, things to cut costs. And these guys are really good at it. They can give you some great ideas and info and places to look online probably too. But that is also an awesome thing. And I have saved money. And remember, information is absolutely free. There's no cost to it. So whatever you can get from that, do it. And I actually got that quote from my great friend Mark Seco from Memory Lane Transfers. He does a transfer service where you take the old VHS tapes or anything old and you want to bring it into digital format. He does all that. You might want to look him up. I'm not giving him a plug. I'm just telling you, he's a great guy and has a lot of knowledge when it comes to stuff like that. But again, save money. You don't have to be, a stingy person, but you could live better just by saving a few bucks and taking the weight and the stress off you, because that's what it's all about. You're going to retire early. You want to relax. You don't want the extra stresses. So do everything you can ahead of time, maybe even 2 years ahead of time, however long you want to do it. But find all the avenues in order to make your life easier when you've got a certain amount of money coming in and you can cut all your costs the best you can. And even after you do that and you're retired, still maybe every 6 months research things. And there's always something new coming out. It's not always on the market right away, but like I said, ask the pros, get some information. And once you know these guys, they'll probably switch numbers with you. They'll call you and let you know what's going on, or what the new thing is happening. But very important to do that. You want to have a stress-free life for the rest of your life. You really don't want to put any stress on that's unnecessary. I mean, haven't you gone through that enough through the years? Let's end that, and let's work on you and getting everything right so you can live a comfortable retired life. You deserve it, okay? Until next time.